the orchestra. Many instruments played, and one conductor telling them when to play. Then all those instruments that play in the orchestra live in families, just like you live in your family. All the instruments that have strings belong in the string family. All of these ones have strings. This is like little, a little bigger, bigger, and super big. So I pretend that this is the baby, this is the sister, this is the mommy, and this is the daddy. The baby is the violin. This is how you play a violin. You put it on your shoulder and you play with a stick that's called the bow. That's the violin. The violin is like the baby of the family. Let me show you another picture here of the violin. This boy is playing a violin. He puts it on his shoulder and he plays with this stick. This stick is called the bow. Then, the one that's bigger than the violin, it's called a viola. It's like the sister. The viola, you play it the same way. You put it on your shoulder and you play it like this. Let me show you the picture here. This is the viola. You can tell this one is a little bit bigger, but it looks just the same, and you put it also under your chin and you play it the same way. Viola. Then it's like the mommy of the family, way bigger, right? It's called cello. Cello. Cello is so big you cannot put it under your shoulder. You have to play it between your legs like that. I'll show you a better picture here. That's the cello. See how you put it on the floor and you put it between your legs, and this girl is playing the cello. Cello. But you also play it, you see, with the stick, with the bow. And then there's the big one. It's so big he doesn't even fit in this picture. And his name is bass. And the bass is so big. You have to play it either standing up or sitting in a very high bench. And he has a very low sound. So can you say bass, bass? So let's remember the family. Repeat after me. Say violin, viola, cello, and bass. Now, all of those instruments, you play them with the sticks. Now, when you play with the stick, let me show you another picture here. Look at this girl playing with the stick. When you play like that with the bow, you make long sounds. When you play like that, you're making sounds that are very long. And the long sounds in music are called legato. We don't say long, we say legato. Can you say this with me? Legato. Legato are long sounds. Can you say that? Legato. But you know what? Sometimes they don't play with the stick. Sometimes they don't use the bow. Sometimes they just play with the fingers. Like this girl, see? She's not using the stick. She's using her fingers. She takes her fingers and she goes to the strings like this. Twing, 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 twing. She kind of pinches the strings. When she does that, look at this girl here. See? She's learning how to put it under the chin, and then with the fingers, she just goes twing, twing, twing. When she does that, the sound will be very short, and they will be called pizzicato. That's how they are called, pizzicato. Pizzicato are short sounds. Can you make your fingers like this and say pizzicato? It's like pinching. Say pizzicato, pizzicato, pizzicato. Now when it's long, legato. Say like this, legato, pizzicato. So when the sounds are long, they are called legato. When the sounds are short, they are called pizzicato. Do you think this boy is playing pizzicato or legato? What do you think? He's playing pizzicato because he's playing with his fingers. Pizzicato. How about, let me find another child. How about this boy? Is he playing legato or pizzicato? He's playing legato. Long sounds. So everybody say legato. Very great.